SFL playoff action goes south of the border as the Mexico City Aztecs take on a familiar foe in the Vancouver Legion. Legion, fresh off a wildcard victory over Fort Worth, look to win a second consecutive playoff game for the Aztecs and look to continue to ride. Good evening, everyone, from Estadio Matt Wilson in Mexico City, Mexico. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Colin Northrup, joined by Jack Brown on color. How you doing, Jack?
I'm doing great, Colin. This should be a fantastic playoff matchup. It's the battle for North America, back in the playoffs where it belongs. Two longtime rivals going at it once again.
For the Aztecs, they have a top rushing attack, and for the Legion, they got a big play offense, but can their defense keep pace with the Aztecs' offense? That's the question. Christian Brown and the rest of the team out there for the toss of the coin. Our statisticians are Ike McBride and Ron Haynes. And the Aztecs will put their defense on the field first. Jack, what do we have to look forward to in terms of matchups?
We have a whole lot to look forward to. Obviously, the big thing is going to be offense on offense. But if you think the last game was a shootout, Colin, this game has the potential of going even further. Two of the highest powered scoring offenses in the league going head-to-head. Just a few key stops from each of these defenses could be enough to win the football game.
Mexico City 6.5-point favorites at home, over under 59.5. Look for the over to be in play considering how much these two teams score. Returned by Justice Blackwell up to the 23-yard line, and we'll get our first look at the Legion offense led by quarterback Christian Brown, halfback Robert Redford, fullback Sawyer Stern. Joining Justice Blackwell is Hector Huxley, the veteran Brett Killian, Chris Curtis, tight end is James Walters, left tackle is Mike Culverson, and left guard is Michael Percoco. Here's the give to Redford. First play from scrimmage, breaks away from the 50. And he will be knocked down at the Mexico 47-yard line, where it'll be first down, Vancouver.
And Jermaine Menafield, the man who stopped what could have been a touchdown run there from Robert Redford. You saw him picking up the blocks to the outside, shedding the tackle. This is exactly what you like to see from Robert Redford early and often from Vancouver.
We'll get to the Vancouver. We'll get to the Mexico City defense after this play. As you take a look at the career numbers for Redford. Brown, first pass, tipped in, intercepted. Intercepted by the Aztecs, number 23. That is Ben Sharps, the strong safety, picks it up out of the air.
And we can just see it right here. Ben Sharps just sitting on top of the route, was waiting there patiently, got the tip drill, and Mexico City and Matt Wilson get to start their playoffs with a turnover.
Wilson is the quarterback. Phoenix Jones is the tailback. The other tailback is Ray Bentley. We'll see a lot of him. Jason Bartley, Nick Lockett, Terrell Cooper, and Jacob McCall are the wide receivers. Bill Henry and Mike Daggs are the tight ends. Wilson's back to throw. Has this one knocked down, incomplete. Michael Lister, the corner, on the knockdown pass intended for Bartley. Second down.
Yeah, that was nice defense there from Vancouver, just playing just a little bit closer to the line than Mexico City was. Mexico City, I mean, this offense throughout this season has been the top scoring offense. Although their actual yardage hasn't been that amazing. They've just been really efficient on their big plays and on scoring.
Single back. They go in I formation. Here's to get to Phoenix Jones, and Jones is swarmed under Kerrion Womack. The defensive end was there to make the tackle for loss. He's joined by Caleb Papatonis and Gerald Giudice across the front. Giudice, a defensive tackle. Josh Farnsey, Earl Fields the fourth, and Marquise Reed are the linebackers. Major Key, Dean Maddox, Michael Lester at the corner. Mark Lopez, Will Stern are the free safeties, and the strong safety is Drew Hamilton. A third down run by Bentley doesn't go very far, and the Aztecs will be forced to punt.
And that's a good defensive stop there from Vancouver, forcing them to go 3 and out on the first play from scrimmage, on the first drive after a big turnover. They can now essentially act like that never really happened apart from the loss in field position on this ensuing punt return.
Punt is away. Fair catch called for by Blackwell. For this Mexico City defense, Charbs had the interception. He's at strong safety. Jeffrey Daggs, the Hall of Famer, is at free safety. Jermaine Menifield, Liam Ryan, and Gerard Brody, along with Braylon King Moore, are the corners. Ronnie Watson, John Fowler, and Dexter Jackson are the linebackers. Dan Tritz, Bernard Patterson, Skylar Kingsley, and the rookie first-round draft pick Ziggy Blaylock are on the defensive line. Redford takes the swing pass. He's in the open field. Only one man can get him, and he does. Down at the 29-yard line, Watson on the tackle.
And that was a huge play there from Redford getting to the outside. And you could tell that Mexico City was committed to something up the middle. They weren't ready for a sideline play. Great job for Vancouver, and great job for Christian Brown for identifying the open space.
Offset I formation, 2 tight ends. Brown back to throw, dumps it off again to Redford. Robert trying to make something happen, but Watson cleans it up after pickup of 1. Ball will be marked at the 28. Second down. There's Watson. Rookie linebacker. Third round draft pick. Here's Brown, steps up, throws, finds Curtis to the 25 to set up a 3rd and 7. They'll call it.
Yeah, and that was a very good maneuver there by Christian Brown. He's always been known for his mobility, especially within the pocket. But that right there was a smart play to just move the ball a little bit upfield, make it a 3rd manageable. And now, so long as Vancouver doesn't take a sack, they'll most likely get points on this drive.
Third and 7, we'll get offside. It'll be a free play. Brown down the middle of the field, caught by Killian. They'll most likely decline the penalty as the ball will get out to the 10.
Neutral zone infraction, number 64, defense, the penalty.
Penalty called on Bernard Patterson, and when you're 6'6", 330, you can't exactly hide something like that, Jack.
No, you can't. Obviously, like, the main thing that you gotta learn as a defensive lineman, it's something that they'll teach you even all the way back to middle school. You gotta watch the ball. Don't listen to what the quarterback's saying. Just make sure that you're watching the football. Once that leaves your sight, go.
Slant over the middle. Dropped by Walters, but caught by Killian on the deflection. How about that? Down to the 1. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Now you see Brett Killian playing an excellent supporting role in that play right there. Just sneaking up from behind, making sure that he can catch the football. And Vancouver is now down to the 1.
Line up from the shotgun. I'm getting a sinking feeling. It's Brown. He'll go down. It's sack time back at the 9-yard line. Dan Tritz, number 77, combining with another one of his defensive line mates, the rookie Blaylock, on the sack.
Was this the thing that you had a sinking feeling about? I mean, obviously going for a shotgun on the goal line is a risky maneuver, especially when you know Mexico City's going to bring the house. And now for Vancouver, they're back on their 8-yard line.
Now they go 4 wide. Brown slant over the middle, touchdown. This is the Blackwell, and the Legion strike first.
It seemed to me, Colin, that whole defensive scheme from Mexico City was just kind of out of place there. Not a whole lot going. And the defender obviously missing the tackle. That is not going to help out at all. And Vancouver is going to go up 6-0.
Number 3 is back for the point after. Number 2.
Chance to win is the kicker for the Vancouver team, his second season with the Legion. The extra point is up and good, so with 6:26 to go. In the opening stanza, 7-0 Vancouver in front. If you're new to the SFL, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game into one. Team strategies are being executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, visit our website at www.simulationfl.net. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy. Jeffrey Daggs, a couple of yards deep out of the end zone on the return, gets it up to the 21. They were 3 and out on their first drive, Jack. Let's see what they do here.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully it can be at least a little bit better. I mean, considering the turnaround Vancouver made on their drive, certainly you think the Mexico City would be able to do the same, right?
4 wide receivers. Wilson under center. Quick drop, slant over the middle. Lockett with the catch. And he picks up 9.
That's exactly what you like to see to start a drive. Knowing that you can make those mid to long distance passes, especially early in the game. That's Matt Wilson's first completion tonight, too.
Good for 9 yards on the play. Here's to get the Phoenix. Jones picks up the first down. And his first run for positive yardage of the day is a big boost to his team.
Yeah, and especially in a situation where you only need 1 yard, you just take what you can get. And that's exactly what he did. Just got the yard, and after that, ran for what he could get, and then just basically sat down.
Bunch to the top. You see all 11 defenders in your picture. Here's Wilson. Throws. Caught. This is McCall. His first reception sets up a 2nd and 4. Pick up a 6.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised he was able to catch that considering the defender was literally standing in his way. But Matt Wilson able to get the ball high pointed over the top. And the Aztecs keep moving the ball with poise.
He's completed 2 passes in a row. He's now 2 of 3 for 16 here early. Here's the give off to Phoenix Jones, and Jones picks up the first down to the 48-yard line.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing out of Mexico City so far, Colin. Just some slow, methodical, nothing too crazy.
They line up in what appears to be F-wing jokers. They swing it out to Phoenix Jones, and Jones picks up 2 to the 49. So a new wrinkle from these Aztecs here in this postseason matchup. 2nd and 8. Again, they go with 3 tight ends. I have formation. Ray Bentley in the back, and Bentley with the carry, and he gets stopped right at the 50 after only a 1-yard pickup.
Yeah, Bentley been one of the long-time guys here in Mexico City. Unfortunately, not able to get a whole lot, but he still makes a third manageable.
3rd and 7. They'll line up with 4 wide. Trips to the top of your picture. Single receiver to the bottom is Bartley. Wilson's back to throw. Slant over the middle, caught for the first down. That is Cooper. Terrell Cooper, who had a whale of a game in the minors last night with his first catch here in this playoff game.
Yeah, Terrell Cooper, one of the many two-way players that we have here in the Simulation Football League. Clearly he must have gotten some good rest between last night and today, considering the sort of plays that he can make.
Not to mention, Jack, the time difference between from where he was playing in the States and now down here in the capital city of Mexico. Phoenix Jones on the handoff will gain 4 yards up the middle. Set up 2nd and 6 as we fast approach under 3 minutes and counting in the opening stanza.
You know, and again, I've said this before, but I like this approach that they're taking here, Mexico City. Just nice, methodical, take the yards the defense is giving you, because clearly the defense is giving enough.
Here's Wilson, 6-step drop, out route to the top of the field, caught for the first down. That is to McCall again, his 2nd catch on the drive, and it's good to the 28. And Wilson is now 5 of 6 for 35 yards. The 1 incompletion on the previous possession. Here's Wilson. Other quick drop. Fires out to Bentley. Only nets him a pickup of 1.
Yeah, it just didn't seem that Bentley could be able to turn upfield in the nick of time. Earl Fields, the 4th, the man able to get the tackle.
Ball spotted at the 27. Now they line up with Bill Henry in the backfield. As the give is to Jones. Earl Fields supports 6 tackles, but 2 interceptions from his outside linebacker position. That's normally interceptions go the way of the DBs, but the linebacker was right place, right time, picking off Marcus Dunhill twice in their playoff victory. We have 3rd and 4. Power formation again. Here's the good to Jones. Tries to break a tackle, but cannot pick up the first down, with 3 yards short. And that'll bring out one of the best kickers in SFL history, Cole Varner.
Yeah, Colin, I mean, like, you look all over this Aztecs team, basically every offensive position seems to have a Hall of Famer on it, or a soon-to-be Hall of Famer. It's just so many legends have played for the team. Obviously, you know, the most notable one here being Matt Wilson.
Varner looking for field goal, make number 269, and he gets it easily from 38 yards. So with 53 seconds left, the Aztecs are now on the board, and the score is now 7-3 in favor of Vancouver.
Cole Varner continues his tradition of being basically automatic on these sorts of kicks. Great kick from him, and Mexico City finally gets themselves up on the board.
Varner to kick off from the 30. From the 1, Blackwell on the return. Breaks the tackle, gets past the 30, and they'll mark him down at the 36 before Ray Bentley brings him down. Boy, that could have been real dangerous. We have a 1st and 10 from 36. Let's see what the Legion do. They punched it in the end zone through the air last time, and they'll start from the shotgun. Christian Brown has Robert Redford, sidecar right. And they'll throw out to Redford, who picks up 9.5 yards. They'll say just short of the first down.
Yeah, and if I were Mexico City, I got to learn at some point to pick up what Vancouver's doing on those halfback out routes and learn to stop them quick before they become a bigger problem.
Mexico City has only won 1 playoff game in their last 9. Trying to reverse the trend that has seen them going backwards as Redford picks up the first down at the 50. And that'll be the end of the first quarter. 7-3, Vancouver in front of Mexico City. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by AT&T. See the numbers for Christian Brown. 7 of 8 for 76 yards. The one incompletion being an interception to the other team. Redford with an amazing run, and he'll outrun everybody. Touchdown, Vancouver. Wow.
And Robert
exploded.
Oh, God. Yeah, I mean, he just soared out of the backfield, went zoom right down the sideline into the end zone, and Vancouver taking a 14-3 lead early in this ball game. And it's the same play that Vancouver likes to run. I said Mexico City should be looking out for that, and they didn't, and look what happened.
Man, just outrunning everybody. Sean Fowler could not catch up to him. And it is now 13-3 pending the extra point. Extra point is good. It's now 14-3 with 10:51 in the second quarter.
Certainly is shaping up to be a high-scoring affair here, Colin, ain't it?
Certainly is. Looks like the Aztecs have their work cut out for them. Now let's see if the offense can play catch-up. Return by Dags up to the 23. And Redford with 4 grabs for 90 yards and a touchdown. Pretty unusual to see a tailback being the leading receiver.
Yeah, but when it comes to Mexico City, they love throwing it out back. So it makes sense for them.
Again, Wilson back to throw. The southpaw fires this out to Phoenix Jones. Jones with a grown man stiff arm before charging out of bounds after a pickup of 6.
And that's another great start to what could be another great drive for Mexico City, which they are going to be needing as Vancouver looks like they ain't going to be slowing down anytime soon.
Now they line up in the 3 tight end set with Dags on the wing. Here's to get to Phoenix Jones. Stopped after they're going to say he reached the line of scrimmage. Womack again on the tackle.
Bit of an odd spot, but I guess I'll take it.
Gonna go 3 wide. Bentley count comes in on 3rd down. Wilson throws over the middle. Catch is made by Lockett, but we have a flag down. We have a flag down right in the secondary.
Could it possibly be OPI?
Oh no! Clipping has returned. It's partly called for the clip, wipes away what could have been a first down.
That is a horrible turn for Mexico City, going from what, again, as you said, would have been a great first down. Now it's 3rd and 6. They have to redo the down.
And they go with the tight bunch. Mike Dags all the way up to the top of the screen. He's a very inviting target. Let's see if Wilson goes his direction. He will, and it's a first down to the 35. And the best friends hook up for the first time today.
Yeah, first time for both of them on what is both of their last playoff runs. Mike Dags stating that he'll be retiring come season's end. He also, much like his good friend Matt Wilson, has had a legendary career in the SFL.
68 career touchdowns for Mike Dags. As that throw goes out to Bentley, and he's tackled for no gain right at the 35.
No game. Second and 10.
There's Marquise Reed, one of the linebackers, a former safety man. Been around the block with a couple different teams. Has really found a home here in home with the Great White North. As Jones on the carry breaks the tackle, almost gets the first down. We'll say leading yards short. His best run today, Jack.
Yeah, and you know, it seems to be that the whole ghost in Mexico City when it comes to yardage have kind of come to bite them so far, with that being his best run so far, when considering the fact that he did lead the league in touchdowns this year.
Here's Jones. Gets the carry and he doesn't get there. So a man who had over 130 yards last week can't pick up the 1 yard. Josh Farnsian on the tackle, and oh boy. And Coach Ramos is challenging the spot.
The home team are challenging the spot.
Let's see what R62 has to say here, because he said a lot of things in these Mexico City Vancouver games, especially when they're in the playoffs. Let's see where the spot is.
Ooh, this looks real close, Jack. This will give us the best shot.
Oh, he got that. He got the
extended
extension.
the ball at the last possible minute.
After review, the call on the field is overturned. The
They
home team
overturned the call,
charged with a touchdown.
and somewhere Andy Hamilton is gonna eat a shoe. He can't-
I mean, I'm already seeing him going wild in the chat after that. Oh man, but yeah, Phoenix Jones got that last-second extension, first down.
3 tight ends in the game. Here's to get to Jones again. Hurls over down man. Another massive stiff arm. This time to Dean Maddox. As he picks up 7. And Jones starting to heat up a little bit. He's now up to 38 yards on 10 carries. Here's to get to Jones again. Almost gets the first down. It'll be marked down at the 45. Fields the 4th on the tackle. Ray Bentley checks in. It's a 3rd down situation. Here's Bentley on the carry. Gets the first down to the 41. Made it look easy. Gilles Papatonis on the tackle. And it looks like they're moving. Jack.
Yeah, they've been doing well, no doubt on that last play.
Jones running over 2 people before getting his clock cleaned by Dean Maddox, who gets a measure of revenge for being shoved right into the ground a couple plays ago.
Yeah, good little run there for Phoenix Jones. He makes a man hurt and then gets hurt himself. Makes 2 men hurt, actually, before getting hurt himself. Whole lot of pain going around that play.
See the total yardage comparison. Vancouver at 152. Mexico City sitting at 106 and counting. This is a 2nd and 2. And they give to Jones again. And he only gets 1 yard before being rocked back. Earl Fields the 4th again involved.
Needed 2, only got 1. Now it's 3rd and extremely short. Although Mexico City, this drive has been money on plays like these.
And they line up with split backs. Again, they go 3 tight ends. Give up the middle. Jones first down.
And something to note about this drive, Colin. So far, Mexico City has been milking the clock. nearly 6 minutes gone on this drive. Started with 10 minutes, 51 seconds remaining on the clock here, and now we're down to almost 5 remaining.
This will be the 14th play of the drive. Their last scoring drive took 13 plays, so very methodical. Bentley ran over a defender, and he picks up 6 yards before Lopez makes the tackle.
And this is something I like seeing out of Mexico City, utilizing both their running backs pretty equally. They've done this throughout most of the season.
I like the strategy here from the Aztecs and try to limit the explosive offense of Vancouver and the number of possessions. We'll get down to the 20. It'll be 3rd and 3. As we're now approaching under 4 minutes to go. Three people in the backfield again. Here's to get to Phoenix Jones as a clear pass to the 10. He's knocked down at the 5. It'll be 1st and goal. You just can't stop this guy.
No, and you can't stop this Mexico City rushing attack. They have been relentless during this drive, and Vancouver still hasn't figured out an answer to it. And honestly, I don't know if they will before Mexico City puts it in the end zone.
Mexico City's one scoring drive, for what it's worth, took up 5 minutes and 33 seconds. This one taking up considerably more time. Phoenix Jones on the carry, touchdown, Mexico City. What a cap to the drive.
That was exactly what Mexico City needed in response to Vancouver's explosive playmaking. Just the ability to take the ball down the field slowly but surely. And if they can continue scoring touchdowns and get, as I said before, just a stop or two, they should be in good shape for this ball game.
A 17-play drive covering 77 yards. Most have been on the ground. 13 plays, in fact, were on the ground. Wilson didn't have to do much, but was a perfect 3 for 3. Cole Varner's extra point is up and good. Liking the game so far, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. As the SFL approaches its 20th anniversary season, there's much more content to come. Don't miss a minute of SFL or SFLM action and help the channel grow through your support. Thank you for helping the SFL reach 10 years of operation through your viewership. Cole Varner's kick to Blackwell, a few yards deep out of the end zone coming out. And Justice Blackwell returns it up to the 21, where the Legion will start.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Vancouver responds. Obviously, their main thing throughout the first quarter and a half has been those big explosive plays to counteract. If they can get some big here, it might be it'll be good news for them.
Of course, the Aztecs would love a stop. Redford starts with the handoff and picks up 5 yards. 2nd down.
Number 23 with the tackle. 2nd and 4.
It's a 2nd and 5. Now approaching under 3 minutes to go. Split shotgun. Both backs either side of Christian Brown. He'll throw to Curtis. Out of bounds to the 32. The SFL minor league is underway, but it's not too late to create your play and get him or her involved in the next rookie class. Season's 20 rookie draft takes place December 17th and 18th, so don't miss your chance. The sooner you create your player, the better your player will be on draft day. For more information, visit simulationfl.net. Here's Brown. Again to Redford, first down and a whole lot more. Man, he's been a revelation in the passing game today.
Yeah, he's been the guy that Vancouver's targeted throughout this football game so far, Colin. Been targeted. That is his 5th reception of the day. I think that pushes him over 100 yards total receiving, too.
Just impressive. You know who's been held without even so much as a target is James Walters, the tight end. He's not the end man on the line of scrimmage next to for Coco to tackle. Play action. Brown down the middle to Curtis, first down. His 3rd grab is good to the Mexico City 40. We've reached the 2-minute warning. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by ATM Music on YouTube.
The Simulation Football League is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or account of the game without the express written consent of the league office is prohibited.
Back here in the stadium at Wilson in Mexico City, Mexico, the Vancouver Legion driving, looking to add more points on the board. It's 1st and 10 to 40. Give to Robert Redford, trying to double spin move and only net him 5 yards before he's smacked down at the 36.
Yeah, and Colin, it seems to be that at the current moment, Mexico City's MO on this drive is just to make sure that Vancouver doesn't get a touchdown and work the clock down, since Mexico City will be getting the ball to start the second half.
Interesting strategy indeed. Nickel 3-3 defense. Being deployed by the Aztecs. Round back to throw. Fires out to Redford. Spin move. Broken tackle. Got the first down before he's smacked down by Charbs.
And what a spin there from Robert Redford on top of that. Just to keep the ball moving down the field, as Vancouver also doesn't seem to have that much of a sense of urgency at this point.
They're moving a little more quickly. Brown, 7-step drop, fires. This is Walters' first down to the 19. And here they go, mashing the gas pedal as they go into the hurry-up. Here's Brown back to throw, fires down the middle, Carter's touchdown.
And that's exactly what Mexico City did not want to happen coming into the half. For Vancouver to go up 2 scores, swinging the momentum right back in their favor with just wide open is Chris Curtis. I'm surprised that he was that open in the end zone.
Christian Brown, he's 13 of 14. That's his second. 14 of 15. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of this half. He's thrown for 195, and his one incompletion was a completion to the other team. Chance to wins. Extra point is up and good. And Jack, it's now 21-10 with 47 seconds left. And if you're the Aztecs, it's just about the worst case scenario you could have imagined.
Yeah, as I was saying, like, it was clear that Mexico City was just trying to make sure that Vancouver didn't score a touchdown so they wouldn't go into the half 2 scores down. Unfortunately for them, that did happen. So now they're going to need to make something happen on this drive in order to keep the game close going into the half.
Fielded from the 1. Jeffrey Daggs on the return to the 24. They've had double-digit play drives. They drove 69 yards the first time in 13 plays. And they drove 77 yards in 17 plays. But now they need to move a little more quickly. Does the man they call the Bronze Bomber. Play action from Wilson. Fires out. This is Bartley, and they'll call a timeout with 37 seconds left as Bartley's knocked down at the 34.
Yeah, that's not bad play calling at all in this sort of situation. You just need the yardage. They were looking to get Bartley out of bounds, but the tackler was right there. So not much they could have done.
See Bartley on the sidelines. It's very strange. They'd like to go with the 3 tight end package. Give it off to Phoenix Jones. And, oh no. Now they have to run hurry up from this set. All I gotta say is, oh no. Phoenix Jones, though, trying to make something happen.
More like, oh no for that defender, Colin, eh?
3rd and inches. Got called timeout to get the first down. It's 10 seconds and Wilson isn't calling a timeout. I don't know what's going on around here. One more play. They called timeout with 2 seconds left, but they probably should have used it earlier. They have 1 remaining.
Immaculate time management. What can I say? Yeah, it seemed to be that they were looking to run out the clock there for a second, and Ramos giving his quarterback all that he can handle after that.
Like, for those who were watching college football today, that's like Dino Babers of Syracuse letting like 20 seconds run off the clock before calling a timeout versus Clemson.
Yeah, or that one Georgia Tech quarterback, I think it was last night, who ran out of bounds in the final play of the game.
He'll get it. Oh no, he won't get it off. Sack time instead. Gerald Giudice comes around and knocks him down for an 8-yard loss. And that'll be the end of the first half. 21-10. Our halftime score. And Jack Brown, what did you see in that first half?
Well, obviously the big thing to note here is Vancouver is able to keep up, is clearly the pace setter here. Mexico City tried to go slow on that second drive in the second quarter, but if anything's clear now, that is not going to work in the second half. They need to play aggressive. They need to play like there's something on the line here, because there is something on the line here. This is Matt Wilson and Mike Daggs' final playoff run. They need to put the pedal to the metal.
That they do. Robert Redford only 44 yards on the ground, but 108 through the air. And when you see runs like that, Jack, it's not hard to see why.
Yeah, that's been the big thing about that's the thing that's been keeping Mexico City in the game is their ability to run the football with such efficiency so far. It's just that, unfortunately, running the ball takes way too much time off the clock, and when you're down 2 scores, that's something you don't really want to do, take a whole lot of time off.
Wilson 10 of 11 in that first half. Leading receivers, Jacob McCall, 2 grabs for 14 yards. Christian Brown, he had been in a playoff game before at the St. Louis Gladiators, but he didn't end up winning it. As a rookie, he won his first career playoff game last week. He's been sharp, Jack.
That he has. He's been doing very well in this playoff run, and obviously throughout this whole time here in Vancouver, came in pretty much the last second to replace former Vancouver QB Tom Pepper. And look at him, and look at the sort of season that he's put together with this Legion.
Chance to win to kick off to Jeffrey Daggs to start the second half. Mike McBride and Ron Haynes keeping track of the facts and figures for us. Of course, Cameron Irvine being the magical wizard, pushing all the buttons back at SFL headquarters. Daggs on the return up to the 24. And that'll be first and 10. Three backfield set. Longest run is 15 yards by Phoenix Jones. They get an offside free play to start the second half. And I think they'll take the 5 yards. Thank you very much. As Phoenix Jones is tied.
Yeah, this is very much a good thing to happen for Mexico City to start off the second half, get a little bit of wind underneath your sails.
Elias Papatonis The man who shares a nickname with Giannis Antetokounmpo, they call him the Greek Freak, called for the penalty there. It'll be 1st and 5 after the penalty. And Papatonis, who had 5 sacks, 22 tackles for loss on the season. Called for the infraction there. Get off to Phoenix Jones and only nets him a yard. As you see the numbers for Jones compared to Redford.
Yeah, not been doing super hot, although he's been getting a lot of the handoffs. So he's definitely been the workhorse of this offense in the first half.
He's to get to Bentley. He slams ahead for 2. Earl Fields the 4th again. That's his 5th solo tackle.
Man's a tackling machine. What else can you really say about him? He's just going through and he's manhandling Mexico City.
Aztecs go empty for the first time. Bentley split out wide as a receiver. Wilson looking for McCall, but it's knocked down instead. And not the start the Aztecs wanted, as they'll be forced to punt it away.
No, not at all. Not in a game where you're already on your back foot. You definitely would want it to do something better. And now for Mexico City's defense, the pressure has to be on an all-time high.
Here is Amy on the punt. Fair catch called by Blackwell at the 35-yard line. Visit the SFL website at simulationfl.net for more info about the league and its 28 teams. All the places you can watch live games, plus links to apparel from Sector 6, SFL mini helmets from 97 Sports Promotions. See all the league records, team stats, player leaderboards, the rankings of the next class of SFL talent, and so much more. SimulationFL.net, your home for everything SFL. Christian Brown fires into ground. It's intercepted. The Aztecs get it right back. Liam Ryan on the pick.
Now, this is a very good thing to happen for Mexico City. I guess that goes without saying. Liam Ryan just sitting on top of the route. It's another tip drill interception for Mexico City. And the only thing really that I can critique Vancouver on so far, they have been a little bit pick happy on the passing game.
The ball was wobbling like a duck out of Brown's hand, and he paid the price for it. 2 receivers in the game. Wilson back to throw. Going down the middle, tipped in, almost intercepted right back. Hit a defender in the back. I believe Mike Daggs was the intended receiver. Bullet dodged, barely, by the Aztecs.
Yeah, now they can keep the drive going instead of giving it right back, which that would have been an absolute disaster.
As Mike Daggs says, I was covered, sir. That time he wasn't covered. He makes a diving catch to the 24.
And that's exactly how you make it up on a play like that. Wide open, boom, there's the cut. No one around him. Perfect throw and catch, and Mexico City now almost in the red zone.
Ball marked on the 24, Wilson. Now 11 of 14 for 71 yards. He's back to throw again. Fires down the field. Lockett with the catch, and Lockett will pick up 7 to make it 2nd and 3. Ball is marked on the 17, Wilson. Has 3 tight ends in the game. They'll give it off to Phoenix Jones. Broken tackle, first down to the 13.
It's another effective run from Phoenix Jones. He's been having these all night. And Mexico City now right on the doorstep of Vancouver to make this a one-possession game once more.
Bentley checks in. Wilson back to throw. Matt dumps this off to Bentley. Bentley will gain 3 yards down to the 9. These two have been teammates for quite a while. In fact, I remember when Ray broke in the league back when we had not user players who could take non-star roles. Bentley was the punter.
Yeah, way back. That was before even I joined the league. That's like really old.
Here's Jones up the middle. Phoenix Jones, touchdown! His second of the day, and the Aztecs have narrowed the gap significantly.
And looking like a 5-star prospect, you know, get wrapped up in all the tacklers. But breaking free is Phoenix Jones. Look at that! 3 Legion defenders! Just brushed off like they were nothing. Touchdown for the Aztecs.
He now crosses over 100 yards as he's sitting at 101 on 23 carries. Extra point pending. Extra point is good. 7-1 to go in the third, 21-17 our score. Tomorrow, the SFL quarterfinals continue at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. DC Dragons go back into Baltimore for a rematch with division rival and 2-time defending champion Vultures right here on YouTube. And then at 8:45, Florida and Arizona take center stage on national TV on Next Level Sports. For channel guide and more info about Next Level Sports, visit nlse.com. As you see the comparison there, Vancouver leading total yards probably because they passed the ball a lot more than the Aztecs, but you know, other than it's only 21 total plays, they gained 231 yards, 51 plays, 195 for the Aztecs. Play action by Brown, back to throw, fires down the field, into traffic, almost intercepted. Charbs got his hands on it.
Yeah, Charbs should have gotten that, but alas, it just wasn't enough. Christian Brown can consider himself the luckiest man in all of Mexico.
That he can indeed. Mike St. Green in the chat saying it's too early to chase points. Someone to question why they didn't go for 2. Oh, intercepted! Ryan again! The pass intended for Killian. And that's now 2 drives for the Legion that have ended in turnovers.
And Liam Ryan just jumping up into the air. He knew what he was doing when he pushed off the first defender. Knew exactly what was going to happen. And now Mexico City in prime position to take the lead of this football game.
Oh, here's a formation we haven't seen yet. They line up empty. Wilson by himself. Let's see what they do. That's back to throw. Oh, hit as he threw, incomplete. Achilles Papatonis almost got another sack. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Wilson lucky just to get it off in the nick of time as to where that didn't count as a sack.
Split shotgun look. 2 people in the backfield. Here's Wilson back to throw. Fires it out. Completes the partly out at the 22. It'll be 3rd and 5.
Throw to the outside keeps the offense on schedule, and it also keeps the clock winding down.
Now approaching under 6 minutes to go. Wilson back to throw, fires. Ooh, head tags open, but he couldn't quite come up with it. And Cole Warner will be called on for another field goal attempt.
You know, it looked like he was hit just as he was throwing the football. And now Cole Varner is going to come out to try and make this a 1-point football game, with Mexico City also having all the momentum on their side.
Center of the field. Snap spot kick is on the way. It's good from 38. And we're now down to a 1-point deficit with 6:08 to go in the third.
This is shaping up to be one of those all-time classic Mexico City Vancouver games, Colin. Both teams grinding it out hard, although firmly at the moment all the momentum is with Mexico City.
Andy Hamilton in the chat. He wants his offense to run the ball, and I can't necessarily blame him, given that his team's turned the ball over twice in their last 2 possessions. Only 44 yards on 4 attempts for Redford.
Yeah, and it doesn't help that those turnovers have basically erased the lead that Vancouver had. They're lucky their defense got to stop the way they did, or otherwise they'd be down right now.
Two receivers to the top, Brown back to throw, fires down the field. Ooh! Ben Jarves again in the neighborhood. Pass intended for Chris Curtis. And it's just more of the same as it's 2nd and 10. Clock stops at 6:01 to go. And even Chris Curtis, the man who tried to catch the pass, is like, please get the ball to Robert Redford.
Yeah.
And again, it'll be another pass. Brown has to be careful, dumps it off to Redford, and it loves the yard back to the 21. So they get the ball to Redford. Not necessarily the delivery method they wanted, though.
Yeah. I mean, it's like a correct answer, wrong work shown. You know, you still gotta deduct the half point for it.
They line up empty. They're definitely gonna throw it. Quick drop from Brown. Fires! Caught! First down, Curtis. 35. Yard line of Vancouver is Willow Market.
And how exactly was that caught? Considering that there was just a draping of defenders and fellow receivers around him. That is crazy. But he gets the first down.
5 catches for 57 yards and a touchdown. Now they run to Redford, but he lost 3 yards back to the 32. Fowler combining with one other defender on the TFL. 2nd and 13. 4 wide receivers. Brown, play action. Dumps it. Oh! Ryan again, this time with the swat down. I don't know why they're testing number 24 out there.
Yeah, Liam Ryan was just a little bit out of position, and had he been like more ready to go, that would have been a pick 6 easily for Mexico City. And Vancouver gets another lease on life, 3rd and 13.
They line up in the empty backfield. Quick drop, slant over the middle, Won't be enough. Catch made by James Walters. And it'll be a punt. Upcoming is Dexter Jackson on the tackle. Punter standing back at about his own 25. Just a little before the 25. Here is the return by Jeffrey Baggs out to the Mexico City 25. Well, Jack, things are starting to pick up, if you will.
Yeah, the tables have certainly turned in this matchup, Colin. Now all the momentum seems to be riding with Mexico City and Matt Wilson. They just need to get a score on this drive if they want to take the lead in this ball game.
Score of any kind will be helpful, given that it's only a 1-point lead for the Legion. This will be a Phoenix Jones handoff. He picks up 4.
And that's an all too familiar start to a drive that we've been seeing from Mexico City so far.
Second and 6 from 30 yards.
Here is the empty set. 4 wide. Putting the fullback. Oh! Throw a little bit offline. Pass intended for Bartley, but there was a crowd of white-shirted defenders out there.
Yeah, just a little bit too far. Now it's 3rd and 6. Though Mexico State's been pretty dang efficient on those so far tonight.
3rd and 6. Ball at the 30 yard line.
In fact, the Aztecs, as of this moment, are 4-12 on 3rd down. Here's the good to Bentley. Oh, we almost got there, but they'll mark him a yard short. They'll mark him a yard short. Tackle made out there for the Legion. Number 44, Will Stern.
Just not enough, unfortunately, for Mexico City. Now they're going to have to punt this away, and Vancouver's got to be breathing a huge sigh of relief.
Ball 35, Amy, low snap. Gets it away. I'm surprised the challenge flag wasn't issued by the Aztecs.
I think it was too great of a difference.
Ball will be at the 34-yard line. It'll be 1st down for the Legion. 1-point lead. And Christian Brown operating from the shotgun. Here's Brown. Fires out. This is Blackwell, only his 2nd catch. He now has 13 yards. Blackwell, of course, had the first touchdown reception. It's 2nd and 5. Flipbacks. And they give off to Redford, and he gets the 1st down.
And finally, Vancouver seems to be listening to what everyone in the chat's been asking him to do for this longest time and run the football with Robert Redford. It was effective, right up the middle, simple 1st down, simple as they come.
Here's a look at the bracket. Mexico City, the 3 seed, Vancouver, the 6 seed. Only way either one of these teams hosts is if DC manages to beat Baltimore. As we get a penalty on the play. Patterson with the TFL, but it looks like it's going to be against the people in green.
Neutral zone infraction, number 64, defense, 5-yard penalty, repeat, 1st down.
Bernard Patterson is 2nd neutral zone infraction penalty of the evening.
Yeah, clearly the nerves are getting to him a little bit, just getting a little bit too jumpy right now is Bernard Patterson. And it grants Vancouver yards, and I'm sure Mexico City would not want him to have.
You got a 1st and 5, the 45. Good to Redford again, sweeping wide. Dan trids on the tackle. After a 2-yard gain, and Derek Neese, the backup, one of the offensive linemen on the right side, is down.
Yeah, that's not going to be good for the running game, as he just looked like he got pushed hard onto his arm. Wouldn't be surprised if maybe he got a stinger, some sort of hit his funny bone or something.
John Fowler was the man who shoved him down. And keep an eye on that. Dip into the reserves. Here's to get it to Redford. He's corralled for a loss of 2 back to the 49.
And that's the exact sort of thing that I'm sure Vancouver was worrying about when they saw the linemen go down. It'll greatly impact their running game as it's now 3rd and 5.
Third and 5. They get an offsides again. Skylar Kingsley is the deep pass. Is intercepted. Ooh, this is really going to hurt. Minifield had the pick, but it will not stand.
Yeah, and worse yet, Colin, it'll be a first down for Vancouver, I think.
Exactly. Kingsley trying to get a head start. Just mistimed it, and that will cost his team huge. No, they say it's 3rd and inches.
Oh, wow. So Mexico City still having a chance to get off the field on this 3rd down.
Approaching under 30 seconds to go in the quarter. Redford picks up the first down anyway. Patterson on the tackle. That may be a pivotal play depending on how the rest of this game turns out.
It most certainly will, given how Vancouver's team to finally recapture the momentum. Of course, I say that as they get sacked.
Mexico City does on the final play of the quarter, but you force 86s and 12s up in chat. Legion lead by 1, 21-20. You're watching the Simulation Football League, presented by APM Music on YouTube. Here is the throw downfield to Blackwell. Make it 3rd and 7, his 3rd catch.
Yeah, that was a good play from Vancouver to mitigate the losses from the sack.
Need to get to just before the 30 for a first down. And ooh! Jarves almost had it again.
Well, that's fortunate for Vancouver, as now they're going to be able to punt this one away and possibly pin Mexico City within their own 10 or in their own 5-yard line.
Jarves easily could have had another 2 interceptions. That was one right there. Dexter Jackson got the party started with the initial tip. For the Legion, Brian Patrick on for the punt. Here is the punt. Oh no, the gunner ran it into the end zone. And considering how many good punts I saw down in the minor leagues, that makes plays like that all the more infuriating.
Yeah, just the gunner decided to play a little bit too much on the heroic side of things. Now Mexico City get a really nice bit of cushioning.
Here's Wilson. Throw. He's got Dax. Mike, that is. He picks up 7. What a nice grab by the tight end there.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just a simple turn the body around catch. Nothing too flashy, but a gain 7.
2nd and 3. They're going to give off to Phoenix Jones. Though there was too much traffic in the middle, Gerald Giudice records the tackle. Sets up a critical 3rd and 3.
And they're going to need this first down dearly if they want to keep this drive alive and possibly keep themselves in this game.
6-step drop. Throw out to Bartley. Out of bounds at the 35 for the first down. Approaching under 9 minutes to go in the game. Quick drop from Matt. Fires out to Ray Bentley. Spin move inside before he gets absolutely plastered on his back by Dean Maddox.
Looking like the Ray Bentley of old on that play. Turning upfield, getting the spin around, and then just getting laid out. Got sent to the shadow realm himself.
2nd and 2. Jones back in at the tailback position. He'll get the ball. He gets the block, runs over Key. Didn't get the first down. Earl Fields the 4th again. He's just been everywhere today. That's his 7th tackle.
Yeah, and for Phoenix Jones, that didn't look like the ball was in the wrong hand. Should have been in the other hand, and it would have been a first down easily.
Here's a get to Bentley. He easily picks up the first down. They'll mark it at the 47.
And another classic Ray Bentley carry right there. Moving around, getting the first down, and Mexico City continues to move the ball downfield.
First and 10 at the 47. Shotgun for Wilson. Fires out. This is the first catch of the game for Bill Henry. He picks up 5. Ooh, Tarek Neese. Broken hip. Oh, dear.
Ouch, that's gotta hurt.
Yeah, I hate to see that.
Yeah.
A bunch to the top of the screen. I don't think I've ever seen that before in all the years I've covered in this league. A career-ending injury like that. Diggs almost hit it, but Major Key came up huge, knocked it away. 2nd and 5.
Yeah, and Key just batting it away, making a 3rd down, and Mexico City once again needing to hit a big one to convert, because this is probably outside of Cole Varner's field goal range, possibly.
And they'll run a toss on 3rd down. Bentley gets it.
You know, Colin, toss plays aren't exactly run all the time here in the SFL, but when they work, by golly, do they work out like a charm, like Ray Bentley did right there. And now Mexico City can firmly say they're within Cole Varner's field goal range.
Bentley, only 9 carries, 36 yards. Going with 4 grabs for 12. Mike tags with a great point in the chat. I'll get down to this play. Phoenix Jones picks up 6 yards. Matt Wilson always hated toss plays whenever he was calling games. It's ironic now that that toss play would be the one to work.
Yeah, you know, it's all coming full circle, as they say, right?
Indeed. As Bentley out of the back. He gets the ball in the trap up the middle, first down.
And now Ray Bentley getting a little bit more usage than I think many people would have expected out of him tonight. He's becoming almost like the bell cow back for Mexico City.
5:30 and counting. Wilson. Turn. Gives to Jones. Has a block. First down. Out of bounds at the 12. Knocked out of there by Hamilton.
And it's another big run. And look at that block. And that's from Bill Cherry, actually, the tight end who picked it up. Just boom. Pop of the shoulder pads. And Mexico City is well within the red zone.
5:16. This is play number 13. The drive started with 10:23 on the clock. We're now down to 5:10 and counting. They're going to throw. Out to Bentley. 6-yard gain.
That was nice enough, though, just to gain the yardage that you need to make the next 2 plays even easier.
Clock stopped at 5:02. Second and 4. Here's a good to Phoenix Jones. Picks up 3. It'll be 3rd and 1 from the 3. This could determine what to do on 4th down.
Yeah, but obviously for Mexico City, your goal right now is to make so that 4th down isn't even a concern. Although obviously I think if they were to put themselves in a 4th down situation, they'd have to kick it.
Phoenix Jones, the tailback. He gets the ball and scores, standing up, touchdown. Aztecs, his 3rd of the day.
And make it 24 on the season for Phoenix Jones as he carries it right into the end zone. And Mexico City gets their first lead of the night at the prime opportunity to do so. 26-21. If they make the extra point, it'll be 27-21. And for Vancouver. They're looking to make it a clean touchdown lead, Colin.
They're going to put it in the hands of Phoenix Jones. They do. And he walks in easily. He gets the 2 with 4:11 to go. 28-21.
And that was
is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore their library and find the perfect tracks for your project, visit apmmusic.com. Justice Blackwell, a few yards deep in the end zone, returns. And Jack, here we go. We're in for another classic.
4 minutes and change to go, Colin. Vancouver down by 7 after the aggressive 2-point call from Mexico City works out like a charm. And Vancouver has to kick this offense in gear. They've not been able to find it in this second half. Shut out so far, while Mexico City's put up 18 unanswered.
Here's Brown, fires deep, Curtis is open, is behind the defense, and in one play, after being shut out They score, and they're extra point away from a tie.
And that is exactly what Vancouver needed. Colin just cap off a missile down the field. And Chris Curtis going to be able to tie this ball game up. However, now the question kind of becomes, did Vancouver leave too much time for Mexico City? 4 minutes is a lot of time, Colin. And considering the sort of drives that Mexico City's embarked on, it's a lot.
Chance to win with the extra point. Pending, that was 79 yards. 302 passing yards and 4 passing touchdowns. As we're now tied at 28. Does Matt Wilson have one more vintage moment in him? Has a chance to win to kick off. Return from the 1. Jeffrey Daggs up the middle to the 26.
So 74 yards to go if they want to hit pay dirt. Colin, I would say they would need to get to about the 35 if they want to make it an easy field goal for Cole Varner. So a lot of yards to go, but they still have all 3 timeouts, the 2-minute warning, and 3 minutes and 53 seconds. They don't really need to take this drive that much differently from how they've done it before.
They'll start from their own 26. Wilson. Down the middle, caught. This is Bartlett to the 40-yard line.
And that is the exact sort of start to this drive that you want. You want to be able to make sure, if you're Mexico City, that you get within the field goal range. Make sure that you're in an area where you know you're going to get points. And then from there, just make sure that you're milking as much clock as possible. They did both on that play, and Mexico City is looking good.
3:28 and counting. Matt Wilson will turn handoff to Phoenix Jones. Jones will gain 9 yards.
And now this has been what Phoenix Jones has been good at this second half, just those chunk runs, gaining 6-7 yards plus a carry in this second half. Been a lethal weapon for this Aztecs offense.
Now Bentley gets a carry. He's got room. Tackle made by Hamilton at the 42.
Look at the old man go, just trundling along down the field. And Dangerfield, the man with the block, just let's look at that. Oh, sealed the edges. Too good. That's a chef's kiss moment.
They have to get one more play off before the 2-minute warning. Just because of the difference between the game clock and the play clock. It's about 4 seconds. It'll be a Phoenix Jones carry. Pick up 7. They can bleed this down to the 2-minute warning, Jack.
Yeah, and I think that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to try and make this as hard for Vancouver as possible. Take away that 2-minute warning and make Vancouver start using their timeouts.
2-minute warning. You don't want to miss the exciting conclusion of this one, folks. If you haven't hit the like button, please do. That Wilson turns, gives off to Phoenix Jones, gets the first down to the 28, and the clock continues to wind.
That's kind of interesting, Colin, the fact that Vancouver is choosing to conserve their timeouts, because we know what Mexico City is trying to do here. They're winding down the clock. They know that at this point they're most likely within Cole Varner's range, so they just need to keep running the ball. This is an interesting moment. What? Empty backfield shotgun?
Be careful here. Wilson throws. He's got Bill Henry. And now the Legion elect to call timeout. 1:27 left.
And that was a bit of an interesting play call, throwing to Bill Henry, the tight end. But the good news for Mexico City is that does force Vancouver to burn a timeout.
Wilson, 28 of 21, 138 yards. He'll give out to Phoenix Jones here. Jones down to the 5. Timeout called with 1:21 left.
And I can only imagine if you're Andy Hamilton or anyone in that Vancouver locker room right now, you're just putting your head in your hands, because now Mexico City has made you lose 2 timeouts, and effectively, unless we get another situation, they might have just sealed the fate of this Vancouver Legion for season 19.
71 yards for Phoenix Jones. 34 carries. No doubt he'll get it here. And he will. Down to the 3, and now all timeouts have been exhausted.
And now if you're Mexico City, all you need to do is just run it 1 or 2 more times, get the clock down to about 20 seconds, I would say they can get it to reasonably right now, and then kick the field goal and basically require a miracle from Vancouver if they want to come back and win this game. Or they can go for a touchdown. That's also very reasonable.
Jones, he scores! 4 touchdowns today for Phoenix Jones.
And that's a bit of an interesting call, because now you can debate, did they leave too much time on the clock for Vancouver to come back in this ball game? Because a minute 16 is more than enough time that we've seen from Vancouver and from other teams in the past to come in with no timeouts and try and steal a victory. But if Vancouver really wants to steal a victory in regulation, they need to block this PAT first.
9 plays, 73 yards. And the extra point is good. $1:16 left. Varner's kick. Blackwell a yard deep in the end zone. Return out to the 23, 1:11 to go. As you see the numbers, it's like a video game, Jack.
Well, yes, it's a bit like a video game. It's almost like it is one. Minute 11 left here, and now for Vancouver, they need to go big and aggressive. Meanwhile, for Mexico City, they can afford chunk plays. Just make sure they don't get in the end zone.
Brown, 7-step drop. Deep down the field, Curtis with the catch down to the 49, clock running. They like this bunch set. Brown again. Sack! He took a sack and you can't afford one loss of 7. Trent's got him.
And now they're also stuck in this formation, so it's going to be interesting to see what they pull out here, Colin.
All right! Oh, almost intercepted. Pass intended for Killian. Brown wants a flag, but we'll get none.
The one upside for that play for Vancouver is now they get to stop the clock, and they get to think about it a little bit. They have 2 plays to get 17 yards at the minimum here if they want to be in this ball game still.
Again, they go bunch, this time to the bottom. Brown. Intercepted! They did it! The Aztecs secure the victory. It's Manifield.
And the Aztecs, the last ride for Matt Wilson's gonna continue. Either they're gonna hit the road to play Baltimore or stay here at home and play DC as another all-time classic comes to an end. The resurrection of these Aztecs in the second half was truly something to behold, Colin.
Indeed, it was an all-time classic affair. Matt Wilson in victory formation. And the Vancouver Legion off a great wildcard victory. Still looking for the first time they've won consecutive playoff games. Still.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Game 2 curse continues for the Legion. But alas, it still was a great season for Vancouver. No need to disrespect them. A great game between two great rivals.
Final score 35-28. And Jack Brown, as we take a look at the numbers one last time, what did I tell you?
Well, I think there's one number that we can look at, Colin, that really tells the story of this ball game. 4-0. The turnover differential between Vancouver and Mexico City, that has been the main thing that really turned the difference. The thing that erased the deficit to begin with were two Liam Ryan interceptions that caused Mexico City to go from 20-10 to 21-20. And they just kept going from there. They had their foot on the gas. This has to be one of the best second halves of football I have ever seen from the Mexico City Aztecs. And, well, I've known a lot about this team. Known a lot about Matt Wilson, known a lot about these guys. It is amazing to see them continue on their final ride.
Absolutely amazing. Phoenix Jones, 176 yards, 4 touchdowns. Matt Wilson, 138 yards passing. And despite 328 passing from Christian Brown, the 4 interceptions proved too much to be overcome. Wow. Just amazing.
Yeah.
I think the player of the game, if you were looking at statistics, as much as we love Matt Wilson and want it
It
to
has to
be
be Phoenix Jones.
probably nostalgia, yeah, Phoenix Jones has to be the guy.
Yeah, although again, Matt Wilson, great guy, had a game of his life. Phoenix Jones also had one too. Just a couple of amazing players. So many legends on both these rosters. Another edition of the Battle of North America goes down. And there's the game sealer. That is what sends Mexico City to the SFL semifinals.
Play of the game is Phoenix Jones. Also had 8 receiving yards to go with 175 yards rushing on 37 carries, 4 touchdowns. Thank you to Ike McBride and Ron Haynes, our statisticians. For Cameron Ryan, our producer, I'm Colin Northup. Jack Brown's been my analyst. Good night, everyone.